Hello guys, Mitch Stark here again for Cricket Australia TV. We've moved on for the first two tests. Unfortunately, we won't be speaking too much about that, but we're here in Hove, the beachside county. It's a lovely day. We're here on day one of the tour game against Sussex. Australia are 132 for none. It's a great start. But we thought we'd move away from the cricket side of things. And behind every good cricketer, there's always a better half. And Cricket Australia have helped out with the families and their loved ones and all the partners coming over to England for this long tour. And we thought we'd have a chat to one of them today. And we've got Ed's partner, wife, Virginia. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Mitch.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Sorry to interrupt your lovely lunch here behind us with the rest of the girls, enjoying a bit of a feed. It's we thought we'd get an opinion of the other side of the fence from the partners and their families, and what you girls get up to while we're on the field or training.
Well, I appreciate you asking me because obviously I've just started my own blog about this very thing. I sort of writing about what the girls get up to behind the scenes, and maybe you could check it out sometime, Mitch.
Well, as Virginia's mentioned here, she started a blog. I guess what made you start that, and where can the followers find that blog?
Well, initially, as you know, we've been over here, Ed and I have been over here for about 4 months now. So he was playing for Nottingham before he joined the test team. And I, as you also know, am looking after an 11-month-old baby, my baby. And she's been driving me a bit batty. We've sort of been cooped up in this house in Nottingham for a few months. So I started this blog basically as a bit of a tour diary. Initially, I thought maybe just my mum and dad would be reading it and nobody else would have much interest. But since I started it, it's completely taken on a life of its own. So I'm now trying to blog every day about what the girls and myself are up to behind the scenes. There's not a lot of cricket chat on there, fortunately.
It's always a good thing.
Yes. But yeah, the girls have actually even taken it on board as well. Some of them have been writing some guest blogs. Kylie Clark was my first guest blogger. Mel, Nathan Lyon's partner, just wrote yesterday's blog about being 7 months pregnant. So I think it's nice. It's giving everybody a little bit of an insight into our lives on the tour as well. And, I think there's a general perception there that we're all Victoria Beckhams and we've got our stylists dressing us each day and hair and makeup artists. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is nothing like that.
Well, you yourself's been here for a while, but all the partners have been here for the Lord's Test and now here in Brighton. Mm-hmm. Have you been up to much as a group? I know you had a bit of a get-together sort of dinner after the first test. Has been much happening since then? Yeah,
everybody actually gets along really, really well. We're sort of all from different backgrounds and we're all thrown into this pot. And fortunately, especially in our generation, everybody gets along really, really well and looks out for each other. So we do go off and do things together. We go and trawl the shops, go to the beach. When we were in India recently, we went and did a little tour around India together. We can't you guys are off at training so often, we get sort of left to our own devices a lot of the time. So yeah, we do hang out a lot together, and today we're all here enjoying this beautiful day.
It's lovely weather too.
Yeah.
Beachside as well.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of trivia nights. The doc puts on a few trivia nights for the boys, and unfortunately enough, we've had the girls on the last few tours, and they have their own little table. We're playing against all the boys as well, and I believe you won the trivia night they were involved in India. How'd you go 2 nights ago? Was it 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago. There were two ladies' tables. How'd they go?
Well, one table went very, very well. One table went not so well.
Which table were you on?
I was on the one that went very, very well, and we came second. I think that was mostly in part to Danny, Stephen Smith's girlfriend. She blew me away with her cricket knowledge and general sports knowledge, so that was good. But yeah, those trivia nights are always a good fun night. It sort of gets everybody together on a more casual level, I guess.
It's very good to have them all involved.
Yeah, good.
Now, let's talk about your husband. He's a captain for this tour game.
Yep.
What's he like before a test match when he's playing?
To be completely honest, Mitch, I don't see a whole lot of him. Especially these days, I've kind of got my hands full trying to keep Romy quiet so that she doesn't keep him awake. He actually goes to bed with his earplugs in and shuts the door. So we don't get a lot of talk time. I think, as you know, he's a bit of a thinker. I'm sure he's thinking about it a lot, trying not to. But yeah, I think you know, he captained the A Tour here in England last year, and they had a lot of success. So I think he actually rises to the occasion.
What about before this game? Because he's captain of this game. Has he changed it all a little bit over the last couple of weeks? Well, now that he's captain?
No, I don't think so. Do you think he has?
No, he's just a little bit more vocal at training.
A bit more vocal, yeah.
No, it's all good. So you got any other dirt for us on Ed then?
Any other dirt on Ed? No dirt, really.
He's a bit of a weirdo anyway.
A bit of a weirdo? How so?
No, he's just a bit different around the change room.
Dirt on Ed? No, I've got nothing. Oh, I did.
Can't stop talking.
I did ask the concierge the other morning if I could call Ed from the concierge desk, and he said, "Sure, madam, I'll call for you. What's your room number?" And told him the room number. He goes, "Oh, I just rang that gentleman. I found his wallet in the hallway." And he said, "Oh, you better not tell him that I found it." And I thought, oh. If I had $1 for every time Ed's lost his wallet, his iPhone, his keys, I'd be very, very rich.
You know what? He's exactly the same in the change room.
It drives
shoes,
me nuts.
Bats, pads, anything.
We were living in Holland a few years ago, and he had to fly home for 2 weeks for an Australia A tour, actually, and left me in Holland for 2 weeks. And as his plane was taxiing along the runway before it was about to take off, I got a text message from him saying, "I've just found I've got the car keys in my pocket." So I was left in Holland to my own devices for 2 weeks, no car.
Well, he's good like that. So, thank you very much, V, for joining us. A little insight on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, my pleasure. Hey, here she is.
Cheers.
Elisa Healy, ladies and gentlemen. The love of Mitch's life.
Before we go, V, do you mind telling us where we can find your blog?
Yeah,
and
please
all
do.
Your Twitter pages and the like?
Before I do, will you reciprocate and write a blog for my blog page?
Absolutely.
Mitch?
I'll give you an insight on the side of the Habs if you like.
The Habs, the husbands and boyfriends, because of course you are one.
From that one who just came out. Yeah.
I'd love
worries.
that. The web address is tourdeashes.blogspot.com.
Thank you. Thank you, V.
My pleasure, thank you.
For the rest of the viewing from this tour game and the tour of England, obviously, you can find the content and the scores and the like at www.cricket.com.au. I'll spit that out. But thank you, V, for coming and joining us again today. See you all next time.